I get asked a lot of questions about our warming room. That's the room we put drums of honey in to warm them up before we pump them into the processing room. Sometimes the drums are crystallized and sometimes they're not. And that dictates the duration of time they have to be in there. This room works pretty good. It's unique, and I'd like to show it to you. We have about 300 feet of coiled pipe in the floor. It's a hot water system that heats the floor. We have a 199,000 BTU on-demand hot water heater, industrial hot water heater. It can warm the room up overnight to about 110. Of course, the drums are being heated from the bottom, which works really well for crystallized honey. If the honey's liquid, it might take 2 days to get it ready to pump. If it's crystallized, maybe 3 or 4. If it's real cold weather and it comes in out of the warehouse really cold, it might take 5 days to get the honey ready to pump. This is a sink or a sump tank where we drain empty drums. We just set the drums upside down there. You can see there's 4 different manifold valves here where we hook up flexible tubes, and we drop down those stainless steel pipes into a drum. We can pump out of 4 drums at a time. Plus we can pump out of this sump tank at the same time. Of course, there's a drain in the floor. It's 5 inches of 4,000 PSI concrete. Before it was poured, we had 2 inches of styrofoam insulation underneath. There's 2 inches of styrofoam insulation around the edges of this concrete slab. The room is 10 by 30. It was engineered to put 15 to 18 drums in here, but we kind of outgrew that, and we stuff it pretty full with about 25 drums now. It works, and it works well. We pump all the honey coming out of the warming room through these 2 filters that run parallel with each other. We use an 800 micron filter bag in both of them. That's a pretty big mesh. It only filters out the bigger debris. We purchased them from Rosedale Products in Ann Arbor, Michigan. They manufacture an array of filters. We have several other types of filters from them that we use in different applications. We have several gauges mounted in this system, and they're fairly important. They tell us if there's any excessive pressure building up in the system, which would tell us if the filter bags are full, if there's a clog in a pipe, or perhaps all the valves to the tanks in the other room were accidentally left closed all at once. This is a variable speed 3-inch 5-horse progressive cavity pump. We purchased it from Man Lake. We've had it for about 4 years, and we haven't done anything to it except just grease it. It takes about 2, maybe 2.5 hours to pump 25 drums into the bottling room tanks. That's about a 50-foot run from here. Crystallized honey turns liquid about 100, maybe 104 degrees, and we try not to go much over that. We bottle it around 95. Too much heat kills enzymes and degrades honey in general, and we really try to avoid that.